I like doing really difficult tumbling and really difficult stunting because some people think that since I'm like petite that I can't do some things. So I like just to prove them wrong and like show them what I can do.
One of the lines we saw in a movie once recently was her awesomeness is awesome. And that absolutely describes Madison.
Maddie's knees would start to hurt after cheer practice, and it wasn't any other time, just after cheer practice. She would limp a little bit. And I took her to the doctor and they said, well, it's growing pains. They finally did a blood test and they found leukemia.
The first protocol didn't work. She had to go through a second protocol. It didn't work. She had to go just keep on moving forward. And she didn't respond the way that she should have.
They came to us and they said, you need to call all your family. This is it. And if they want to see her one more time, they need to come now.
It was the first night in the hospital. I was really scared.
She started crying. Tim and I started crying because she was crying. And then all of a sudden it was like a faucet turned off and she went,
you know, Mom, Dad, you don't need to cry. I mean, I'm gonna kick leukemia right in the tail.
Tim and I looked at each other and Tim said, yes, you will.
I always just told myself, like, you don't have cancer. I mean, that just makes a humongous difference to me.
And Maddie would always say, I'm tough as nails, which then she changed into I'm tougher than nails. One of the first things that we got when we got to the hospital was a pamphlet about leukemia, and the doctor said, you need to look over this and read it. And it was printed by LLS.
When we met, the treatments that saved Maddie's life were not in place yet. So because people a generation ago were willing to write that check, my daughter's alive today. And so many folks who are sitting where I'm sitting or who have had to hear their children are sick, they're going to have a cure because of what you're doing. And until you've walked in those shoes, you have no idea.
Maybe some of the kids don't have the same memories that Maddie has of her treatment. That's our end goal, is to try to make this eventually just go away. Make sure nobody else has to do this anymore. And LLS is behind that goal, definitely.
I think my cancer was hard on my family, but I mean, it had an impact on my life.
She's a ball of energy. She's a person that everyone likes to be around. She's like the flame that all the moths want to come to.
I basically have a normal life now.